Alright, so this is the first version of an attempt at a video laboratory. It'll be on molarity, a molar concentration of an acid. Um, so this is the lab you're going to want to be looking at. You can find it on the website. It'll be uploaded on Google Classroom, or if you call in the next 10 minutes, we can send it to you at no extra charge. Just pay extra shipping and handling. Attempted humor. So, if you read along, it says that chemists find it useful to know how many moles of a substance are present in a given amount of solution. This information makes it possible to calculate the number of moles available for a chemical reaction by just measuring the volume of solution used. So as you know by now, moles are paramount. So if we know the moles of chemical that's available to work in a chemical reaction, we can make predictions. And that's the essence of this lab. We're going to be reacting hydrochloric acid with calcium carbonate. The acid will dissolve the calcium carbonate, and we'll be able to predict how much calcium carbonate will be dissolved. From here on out, we'll be calling the calcium carbonate marble chips, and it's just going to be easier to discuss them that way. So the first thing we're going to do, if you read the procedures, it says to weigh a clean, dry beaker. So there's the weight, 106.41. Pause. Okay, so 106.37. Then it says to add 15 large marble chips to the beaker. 2, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. And the number's not that important, and it says large marble chips because you don't want to dissolve away all the marble. 112.03. Okay, so that's the initial data. We'll put that aside. Then it says to pipette exactly 10 mils of acid, but first we want to put some water into the volumetric flask. If you remember the safety procedure, you always add acid to water, not the other way around. So we'll put some initial water in the volumetric flask, then pipette exactly 10 milliliters of the concentrated acid. And what you can't see is that this is an exothermic reaction.
See a little bit of fog.
And then you simply fill up to the 0 line, or the 100 mil line. Oops. Pause. There we go. And then we want to mix this thoroughly. So now we have diluted the concentrated acid. And we want to use exactly 25 mils of this diluted acid. Pause. Okay. So 25 mils of the diluted acid with our graduated cylinder. Oops, too much. Okay. Then we simply mix the two together. You can see right away, one thing acids do is they dissolve many minerals, one of which are carbonates. So the calcium carbonate is being dissolved by the hydrochloric acid. To speed up this reaction, we will put it on a hot plate, and you can periodically stir or swirl. And this is some downtime. So normally if you were in the lab, we'd be doing the post-lab calculations. But through the magic of video, we can just pause this and then come back in about 10 minutes when it's nearly completed. Okay, so here it is on the hot plate. We want to be careful not to boil it because we don't want to lose any of the acid to that process. So we're getting to where it's probably hot enough to take off a hot plate for a while.